let's talk about smart contracts. And one of the things that I was excited about bringing you on is to talk about, although this might not be being done right now, what are some applications of smart contracts and the blockchain in people analytics or in HR more generally?
Yeah. So this is a great question. So think of this, right? If someone receives a performance bonus, let's just use this as an example. So if they receive a certain grade of performance, then they are provided with a bonus. So as soon as that performance hits the system, then we would use technology to execute and say, okay, Cole received a transformational performance review. Now we provide him with the bonus, and we use computation to completely justify and complete that that contract. You could do it for pretty much any type of like employee related. You could use it for vesting at the 12-month mark. You could use it for sign-on bonuses, etc. So there's going to be a lot of cool stuff there. I think what most often happens is most people don't understand why is that important, which I think is a valid question, because they think like, well, I get that anyway. This is just saying that there is a contract that cannot be changed that is put forth at the beginning, and the terms are completed as soon as, you know, one end of the agreement is completed. So Cole,
can I build on that real quick? Because I think this is a really, really important point. The example I put in my mind is like employee pensions, right? Employers made a contract with employees to pay them out with pensions. And then later on in the future, they welched on that contract, right? And when you create a smart contract platform, when you hit certain criteria, it has to be enforced. There is no welching on a contract later. And so you think of all like the broken promises employers have made over the years, and frankly, employees might be making to their employers as well, for that matter. But that would no longer happen if you had some kind of enforcement mechanism that's enforced in code rather than in, you know, morality.
So like what happens if like these like tech companies have all their money in like the Silicon Valley Bank and they have no money to pay these smart contracts? What WTF? What do you do?
Yeah,
That's
this
a
is the right
fire
question.
reference, by the way. Love the reference, Scott.
So then you're kind of going down this path of like, well, how far can this go, right, to ensure that the contract can be completed? So take FTX for
multiple
example.
layers. Gotcha.
Yeah, and so if you look at FTX, like one of the technologies in blockchain that's received more popularity since everything happened with FTX is like proof of reserves, which is to say, hey, they're using computation to prove that the reserves are available, not necessarily providing any information that is sensitive, but just saying, yes, this account has more than the allocated amount, right? And so that will be one of like the necessary steps. But in order to do this again, and I understand that this is getting pretty technical, is we have to build better bridgeways from like the blockchain Web3 data to Web2, where a lot of this account data already exists. And that's the big problem right now.